Grade 8 Mathematics, Chapter 2 Linear Equations in One Variable. In our previous video, we learned few definitions and also how to solve the given equation and how to find out the root. And we also discussed how the terms are going to change if they shift from LHS to RHS and vice versa. Now, in this video, we are going to learn how we are going to apply those in word problems. If you see the first example here, sum of two numbers is 74, one of the numbers is 10 more than the other. Here the given condition, the first condition is sum of two numbers is 74. We don't know those two numbers, okay, and the second one is one of the numbers is 10 more than the other. So let us take first one as x. So the second term is 10 more than the other as he has given. So the second number will be 10 more than the first number. So x and x plus 10 will be the two numbers, and according to the first one what he has given, sum of two numbers is 74. These two numbers if you sum up, it will be equal to 74 it seems. So that is equal to 74. Okay, now solve this. X plus x, 2x plus 10 is equal to 74. Now we discuss how to solve this given equation in our before video, right? In the same method you are going to solve it. Like, see, 2x remains here only. I'll send this plus 10 to the RHS side, it becomes minus 10. So it becomes 64. Now you are going to divide x is equal to 64 by 2. Then you will get the answer as 32. So that is the x value you are going to get 32. What is the other number? X plus 10, right? So you substitute this 32 here. Then what happens? 32 plus 10, that is nothing but 42. So the numbers will be 32 and 42. Okay, here check out, he has given 32 is one answer here and 42 is the other answer. Okay, just check out. See, 32 plus 42, if you add, how much you will get? 74. Here in the question he has given sum of two numbers is 74. Did you get the 74? So these are the two numbers. Okay, coming to example 5. What should be added to twice the rational number minus 7 by 3? What should be added to? What should be added? So adding to what? Twice the rational number minus 7 by 3. Twice the rational number means 2 times rational number what he has given, minus 7 by 3. What should be added? We don't know this value, what to add. So I will take it as x. To get 3 by 7, that is the given question. Okay, once again see the question. What should be added to twice the rational number minus 7 by 3 to get 3 by 7? This is the given question. Okay, now you have solved this. Like first one, if you solve 2 7s are 14 you will get, and by 3 you are going to get, here you got it, x plus minus 14 by 3, that is equal to 3 by 7. Okay, now if you solved it using transposing method you are going to get the answer. Okay, if you want to check out your answer, you just substitute in the given equation and then you will find out the answer. Okay, example 6. The perimeter of a rectangle is 13 centimeter and its width is 2 3 by 4 centimeter. Find its length. So here he has given perimeter of the rectangle as 13 centimeters. We know that perimeter of a rectangle is nothing but 2 into L plus B, that is the formula, 2 into length plus breadth. Here he mentioned as width, length and width and breadth both are the same. So here when you substitute 2 into L plus B, you substituted here 2 into L plus B, that is equal to 13 we have written. So what is this L value here? We don't know. Find its length he has given in the question. So L value I have taken as x, whereas breadth value he has given already 2 3 by 4. When you simplify it, solve it, you will get as 11 by 4. Okay, now you solve this given equation, so you will get the answer as 15 by 4. When you convert it into the mixed fraction, you will get 3 by 4. Okay, now coming to the next example. Example 7. The present age of Sahil's mother is 3 times the present age of Sahil. After 5 years, their ages will add to 66 years. Okay, did you understand the question? Present age of Sahil's mother is 3 times his present age, it seems. 3 times the age of Sahil, it seems. So, Sahil's age, present age, we have taken first x. Okay, what is his mother's age will be 3x. Okay, after 5 years, generally what happens? Sahil's age after 5 years will be x plus 5 and his mother's age will become 3x plus 5. Okay, normally if you add these ages, what happened? We got 4x plus 10. Okay, but in the question what he has given 66 should be the answer. After 5 years, if you add their ages, it will be 66 he has given. So it shows us clearly that this should be equal to 66. So I equated this to 66 and when I solved it, I got x value. What is x value? That is the Sahil's present age, that is x. Okay, in the question he asked to find out their present ages. So Sahil's age will be x years, that is nothing but 14 years, and his mother's age will be 14 plus 5, that is equal to the 19 years. Okay, next one, example 8. Bansi has 3 times as many 2 rupee coins as he has 5 rupee coins. He connected 2 rupee coins to the 5 rupee coins here. Bansi has 3 times as many 2 rupee coins as he has 5 rupee coins. What he is saying? Bansi is having 3 times the 2 rupee coins. Means, for example, if you take 5 rupee coins as x coins if he is having, then what happens? 2 rupee coins will be, here I am writing, 2 rupee coins will be 3 times, means 3x. Okay, that is what he has done here. See, 5 rupee coins x he has taken, so he has written 5x. How did he get 5x? For example, if you have 5 rupee coins, 2 coins you are having. So, to get the amount, what you will do? 5 into 2, that is 10 rupees. Okay, like that you are going to find out, right? In the same way here, 5 rupee coins, x coins if you consider, 5 into x, 5x coins they are having. Next one is 2 rupee coins, as we discussed, 3 times the 5 rupee coins, means 3x they have taken, and 2 into 3x, that is 6x is the amount. Okay, now let us read the question. If he has in all a sum of rupees 77, how many coins of each denomination does he have? Okay, so sum up, if you sum up all the coins, the amount is 77 rupees he has given. Normally, till now you have summed up these two and you got 11x. Okay, normally 11x you got, but actually it has to be 77 it seems. So, x value became 77 by 11, that is equal to 7. Okay, when you get the x value, now substitute in the 5x and also in 6x, so that we will be getting 5 rupee coins, number of 5 rupee coins and number of 2 rupee coins. And here I substituted, see, 3x. In 3x I substituted and I got a number of coins. Okay, not in 5x and 6x, here you need to substitute in x and 3x. Okay, so you will get the number of coins. If you want the amount only, then you are going to substitute in 5x and 6x. Okay, next one is example 9. The sum of 3 consecutive multiples of 11 is 363. Find these multiples. Okay, sum of 3 consecutive multiples. Consecutive numbers means consecutive one after the other, like see 2, 3, 4. These are the consecutive number. One after the other they are going to come. Like if you take 10, 11 and 12 are the consecutive numbers. 13, 14, all this comes as the consecutive numbers only. He asked us to take consecutive multiples of 11, means 11 multiples, continuous 11 multiples, like 11, like 11, 22, 33. Actually, these are called as the consecutive multiples of 11. Okay, so the question is, The sum of three consecutive multiples of 11 is 363. Okay, find these multiples. So first multiple I'll take as x. Okay, the next number will be x plus 11 surely, right? The next multiple will be x plus 11 plus 11 again, that is nothing but x plus 22. So in this way I have taken here x plus 11 and x plus 22 as the three consecutive multiples of 11, and it should be equal to 363 he has given in the question, right? So when I solved it, I got the x value as 110. When you substitute this x value in the remaining terms like x plus 11 and in x plus 22, we are going to get 121 and 132. Now if you want to check, you can add all these and it has to be equal to, here he has given in the question now, so I will mark 363. If you add these three numbers, it has to be equal to this 363. Okay. Next one, example 10. The difference between two whole numbers is 66. The ratio of the two numbers is 2:5. Okay, difference between the two numbers is 66. It seems we don't know what are the two numbers. Okay, let this one be first number and this one be second number, and difference is, I kept minus as it is a difference. Difference is equal to 66. Okay, what is the next thing he has given? The ratio of the two numbers is 2:5. Always when he gives you in ratio form, and if you want to find out the number, okay, you just take any variable with it, like 2:5, right? 2x and 2x and 5x you can take. Okay, see, if I take like this 2x and 5x, now I need to get minus as the answer. Why? Because greater number is having minus symbol, but he has given plus number like 66. So it should be like 5x and 2x. 5x minus 2x is equal to 66. Now when I solved it, 3x is equal to 66, I am going to get 3 ones are and 3 22s are. So x value will be 22 here. See, 22. Okay, now if I want to find out the numbers, just substitute this x value in 2x and 5x. So you will get 2 into 22 and 5 into 22. And if you want to check, you can check, like, see, you got 2 into 22 as 110 and 5 into 20, sorry, 2 into 22 as 44 and 5 into 22 as 110. And now subtract these two, so you will be getting 66. That is what he mentioned in the question, when the difference between the two whole numbers is 66. Okay, next, example 11. Deveshi has a total of rupees 590 as currency notes in the denominations of rupees 50, 20 and 10. So Deveshi has the total amount 590 rupees. Okay, in which denominations? In 50 rupee notes, 20 rupee notes and 10 rupee notes, but he didn't say you how many notes each is having, like rupees 50 how many notes they are having, rupees 20 how many notes are having, and rupees 10 how many notes she is having. He didn't explain you. Okay, only she is having the total amount of 590 and rupee 50, 20 and 10 denominations are there in that. Till now he explained that to you. Next one is the ratio of the number of rupee 50 notes and rupee 20 notes is 3:5. So ratio of the notes of rupees 50 and 20 is 3:5, it seems. So I can take it as 3x notes and 5x notes. Okay, 3x notes are 50 rupee notes and 5x notes will be 20 rupee notes. Okay, next one, if he has a total of 25 notes, how many notes of each denomination she has? This is the question. Okay, so total notes 25 notes, it seems. In the 25 notes here, we gave 50 rupee notes 3x and the 20 rupee notes 5x we have given already. Okay, what will be the remaining 10 rupee notes? Okay, it is nothing but 25 rupees, sorry, 25 number of notes minus these two, sum up. If you sum up, you will get 8x. Okay, 25 minus 8x. That is what we has written here. Okay, number of 10 rupee notes, that will be equal to 25, not here, 25 here written. Okay, 25 minus of 3x plus 5x, then you will get 25 minus 8x. These are the number of 10 rupee notes. To find out the amount, what I said you, number of notes into the rupee. Okay, so number of notes into rupee we did here. So we got the amounts, how much we are having. In the question he has given you total amount will be equal to 590 rupees. So when you sum up all the amount, it should be equal to how much? 590. So we summed up everything and equal to 590 we did. See here, here. Okay, we summed up everything and we got 170 plus 250, right? That one we equated to 590 here. Now when you solve it, you will be getting the x value. When you substitute it, then you are going, this x value if you substitute, you are going to get the number of notes in each denomination. Okay, these are the applications, and in exercise 2.2 you are going to have so many problems of the same model which I explained now. Please try them out. Thank you.